plastic, one of the most efficient substances ever created by man. What do we love about it? It's cheap manufacturing and varieties of uses. A mom takes a plastic water bottle for a jog, a teen drinks some Coke for lunch, and before we know it, 38 million bottles are used per hour. Another thing, it's toxic. Looking closer at plastic, you find some hidden dangers. Bisphenol A, also known as BPA, is a main chemical used in creating plastic. Studies show that BPA can cause birth defects and affect brain development in children. In response to that, Canada added BPA to its list of toxic substances, and many other countries have made moves to ban it in baby bottles and pacifiers. If you won't let your children use it, why would you? BPA's Fire Diamond, appointed by the National Fire Protection Association, rates BPA a level 3 in health, meaning short exposure could cause serious temporary or moderate residual injury. But that doesn't get printed on every single container that contains BPA, so you never know. BPA can leak from type 7 and type 3 plastics, but it would be safer not to use plastic at all. The problem is that plastic is useful and cheap. The same things we love about plastic are the same things that make it deadly. It's tough and long-lasting. It isn't biodegradable, and our world is suffering. Only 1% of plastic is recycled globally each year. It might be convenient, but how much longer can we use plastic before it's too late? Plastic is also an issue in pollution, specifically in ocean pollution. When plastic migrates into our ocean, it breaks down into extremely small pieces. These microscopic pieces surround our marine life and is consumed by our fish. When the fish are caught and served for Tuesday night's dinner, we are feeding our families the toxins that are in plastics. This would be an easily avoided problem if there was not a lot of plastic in the ocean. Though unfortunately for us, there is about 3 billion pounds of plastic waste in our oceans. This brings us to the Pacific Ocean, where all the discoveries began. In 1997, a man named Charles Moore was returning from a sailing race and discovered the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. When it was first discovered, it was estimated to be about as large as Texas, but now that it is being examined, people are realizing it's much larger.
There was plastic in every single sample that we tested for the whole month. You know, we tested 3,500 miles of water and there was plastic in every sample then. So it wasn't like we were hunting for an endangered species and we only find it one time. It's everywhere. So that's pretty bad.
Plastic pieces are so small it's virtually impossible to remove them. Its only solution is prevention. That's where you come in. Use reusable water bottles instead of plastic ones. Not only is it environmentally friendly, but it's also cost efficient. Bottled water can be as pricey as $2 a bottle, but with the average reusable bottle costing $15, after 8 uses it pays for itself. Being cost efficient is only the first way reusable bottles help you. Bottled water has very little regulations, whereas tap water is very closely monitored, and with a filter can be better than bottled water. Plus, bottled water has to be transported, which releases CO2 in the air. Tap water goes straight to your home, no extra steps required.
Plastic's not going away. Humans use it just all over the place and for all sorts of purposes. The better thing to focus on is how can we minimize our use? Finding those alternatives like using reusable bags or using a reusable water bottle, or if you are going to use plastic, recycle it. Make sure that it's not ending up in a landfill because plastic does take a lot longer to break down, especially some of the more hard plastics. Plastic numbers 1 and 2, which are your soda bottles, those can easily be repurposed and turned into other materials. And the reality is, it's here. So the better question is, what do you do with that plastic water bottle when you're done with it? Do you throw it away or do you recycle it?
The longer we continue to use plastic, the worse the problem will get. Plastic is a drug. You know it's bad for you, but you continue to use it. Kick the habit, put down the bottle.